You're listening to the Tales from the Grip podcast. If you're gonna make a movie, then you need to get a grip.
Hey everybody, you already know what it is. It's your girl Laura, the Soul Writer Poindexter, and I'm coming at you from WadeWorksStudios. I hope you guys are ready for another episode of Tales from the Grip. My guest. I cannot wait to introduce you guys to her, and you're gonna find out who she is as soon as we get back from this sponsor break.
This episode of Tales from the Grip is brought to you by the Colonel Goes Popcorn, which you can find at the Colonel, spelled like you do the Colonel, not the military rank, but Colonel of Corn, Kernel. Yeah, my spelling's bad sometimes. But anyway, don't worry about my spelling. Worry about what flavors you can get when you go to the Colonel Goes Popcorn, kettle corn, gourmet style, brought to you out of Atlanta, ships anywhere. You can get stuff like yellow cheddar, strawberry banana, which I never thought would have been a flavor, but it is. It's true. It works. Cheddar sriracha, which I had, which is delicious. My kids actually ate it up before I could finish it all. Cajun caramel, cheddar sriracha caramel, Parmesan garlic, which I also had, and I found that in my son's trash can when the empty bag, he tore right through it. Just didn't. I'm glad I had the chance to taste some of it before I left out of this building. Anyway, the point being is that if you're going to sit there and you're going to have some popcorn, you might as well go gourmet, go all the way. And if you're going to go gourmet, go for the Colonel Goes Pop. Remember, the Colonel Goes Pop is the website. Goes everywhere. Just because you're not in Atlanta does not mean that you can't get it. Ships out to you, and you can enjoy this just like you would any other movie night. Grab yourself a soda, get yourself a gourmet popcorn, and support him and the show with the Colonel Goes Pop. And now, on to the podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. I cannot wait to introduce this lovely lady, Miss Ingrid Jordan. Okay, so we were kind of palling around. I want to get all of her titles right. She checked me. Ingrid will check you. Okay, so Ingrid, I'm going in. Okay? All right. Actress.
Yes.
Producer. Mm-hmm. Director. Mm-hmm. Writer. Mm-hmm. Filmmaker. And casting director. Yes. Okay, I got it all. Because I left out filmmaker before, right?
Yes.
So it's good we had to do another take. Oh, welcome, Ingrid. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be super fun. Okay, let me tell you how I met Ingrid on the set of another production, and she came on, and Ingrid came on the set, and she was like, "Yeah, let me see what's going on." Which you see, I was new to the game, so I didn't know she had legs in the game, and she was like, "Let me just make sure this is not a whole lot of okay." I met you there. You had a particular stance about yourself. Let's talk about that off the break, okay?
Okay. My stance. Let me see. I'm trying to remember. How was I? Okay, here's my thing. When I get on set, I'm like more of like the feel vibe type of person. I have to feel your energy. And I have to see where your energy is going so I know how to approach you, or do I need to step away and stay in my lane. Because when I go on set, because I've been on a lot of sets and I'm a filmmaker myself, I try not to overstep my position, but I also like to be helpful to individuals when I see something wrong. But that's why I make sure, I check your energy and your vibe first. I'm just going.
Okay. Ingrid, you have a lot of titles.
I do.
All right. What did you start doing first? What was your gateway into the industry?
My love for acting. I am an actress first.
Okay.
First and foremost. Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And how long were you acting before you decided to veer off? And let's talk a little bit about your earlier acting gigs and what that was like.
My earlier acting gigs was I did stuff on Fatal Attraction, ATL Homicide. That's was stuff that I self-submitted for myself.
Okay.
And then I did short films with other individuals, but it was like background work first, just to get my feet wet, to see how the production ran or whatever. So that's why I really started with background before I actually veered into actually doing short films and feature films.
I think we all start with background.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, background did not last long for me.
No, too.
Okay.
Done.
Okay. So let's talk about background. Background work.
Yes. To be honest, you're just going to be on set standing there. That's what you do.
Okay.
That's what you do until they, direct you here to go this place, walk here, whatever. But the majority of the time, you're just standing there and watching, observing. But that should be your time to connect
And learn.
Exactly.
And learn.
Etiquettes of filmmaking.
Etiquette. Yep. The language.
The language.
The language of filmmaking. So you have to have your set ears on. Okay. So I know you've experienced this, right? And you're going to experience this if you're ever an actor. There are a group of actor extras that kind of like to talk about every extra set they've ever been on, and it drives you crazy.
Yes.
Let's talk about that craziness. And we're talking hours. We're talking 12 hours. We're talking 16 hours easy as an extra.
Yes. So I've come across some actors that there was like, oh, I've been on this set and oh my God, production is crazy. They made me do this. I can't believe they made me do this. And all the, the star actors, they don't do anything. I have to drive the car and move it this way. And I got out and it's all the extra nonsense. And I'm just like,
the extra with the extras.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they think that they're actors. That's where it's the problem with background actors.
Okay.
They think they're
Let's
actors
talk about that.
because they've been on set so many times and they have all these credits. And they use these credits thinking that they can get booked for roles that have lines.
Okay.
I just want to make sure actors know that a background
Look right in your camera. That's your camera.
Okay, I
Look
just wanna
right
make
in your
sure.
camera and tell them. I want you to talk right to
I just
them.
want to make sure actors know, background actors know, for one, that doesn't mean that you're actually an actor just yet. You're getting your feet wet. You still have to do the training. You have to do, the work before you actually be able to get a line, one line or so, because acting is just not, something you could just read. We want real emotions. You know what I'm saying? You're human first. That's what we want to see. At the end of the day, we're human, giving out real human reactions. So just remember that when it comes to background acting.
Okay, so we did the background. So you said 2 years. I was about 2 years. What was your first speaking role?
My first speaking role. I did a lot. Let me rewind back.
Oh, she got credits IMDb, y'all. She got to give her a minute. She got I go back in her memory banks.
Well, my first speaking role was actually a role I gave to myself. That's right. My movie Unbowed. Yes.
Unbowed.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Award-winning.
Award-winning.
How many awards? How many?
10 international awards and counting.
That's your first film?
Yes, that's my baby. And it was
Okay.
actually about my life story, which is, no people don't do that first unless you up there.
Right.
But I decided to do that because I have a production company called Faith Over Fear Productions. And that's a word that I live by all my life, faith over fear. It's helped me get through a lot of bad things, suicide, whatever you even had, mental, illness or whatever. So it's helped me get through that. And I decided that it was time that I share a movie because I feel like some little girl out there more than likely went through what I went through and God saved me. So I want them to know that there's faith and there's God.
Okay. So now you're doing extra roles. Acting is your first love. Yep.
We're going to open up on that question.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, wait, because I know I probably didn't touch this like 5 times.
No, that wasn't.
I was like...
I've touched mine too. I'm telling you, holding these cards in my hand really helps me with my animation. I should always hold something when I'm on set.
Really?
Oh, I should always hold something. I just discovered that today.
Well, that's
I'm
good.
usually,
It's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to be... Some people are
I
tough
should.
with their hands.
Yeah, I should always.
I know
hold
I do that. I'm
something.
trying not to.
We're gonna pick it up on Ingrid, right?
No, on your
On-
question.
on-
You were going into a question.
Okay, so we're gonna pick it up on that question. Okay. You just whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so acting is your first love. We've spoken to all of you guys about everything that Ingrid does. She's going to touch on all of those things, but you're doing extra about 2 years. You decide that you are going to make your own film.
Yes.
Okay, well, we know it ain't that daggone easy. She makes it look easy, but okay. What were you're doing extra work? You love being an actress. Before you can make a movie, you have to write the script. Let's talk about it.
Well, that's where my best friend, Matthew Allen, came in. My best friend over a decade. He knows my life story. I gave him an outline, broke it down to him or whatever, and he just went with it and created a whole story. And we created another character so we could tell a story around my story, but helping that character. So it was like I was helping another girl in the process while telling my actual story. So that's how we came out with the script. My best friend Matthew Allen wrote it. He's in LA now. I miss him. 'Cause he
Nice.
moved.
What's up, LA? Okay, so now you have the script written. So now, a lot of moving pieces to making a film.
Yes.
What do? You have this script now.
I had to find crew.
Let's talk. Ooh,
First and foremost, and my crew, to be honest, I love them to death because a lot of them never done a feature film ever in their life. Especially the guy who was the DP. His name
Wow.
is Trey Walker. He's a photographer first, but he did an amazing job. And I had to find the sound people, the lighting. I'm not even gonna lie, we didn't really have lighting. We had the DP do lighting.
Okay.
It happens.
Oh, it happens. Right.
So, and then I started with casting, of course. I did the casting. So I had to find someone that looked like me because I didn't play myself.
Okay.
A lot of my friends were concerned that if I played myself, it would open up,
Okay.
some type of, door, whatever. Yeah.
Because it's deep.
Yeah.
And because you had to oversee the project, they probably didn't want you to go in that deep and assume the character as well.
So I played a different character, but I coached the girl who played me along the way.
Okay.
And for the grace of God, I got a high school. Thank you to one of the actors who played the main character as well. He knew someone that worked at a high school, whatever.
Wow.
So yeah, we were able to use that school. I think we were the first film production company that ever used them that filmed in their school.
Okay.
So I was grateful for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
For you to do that and then to have this film win 10 awards and counting is pretty amazing. However, guys, I don't want you to think that that's always how it goes. That's probably an exception to the rule. Okay. And since you have created Unbowed, you've been on a number of different sets. We've been on sets together.
We have.
Okay. And so in doing that, in knowing that you were in control, you know what you want, the feel, the tone, everything, and you get to the end of it and you're winning awards, and now you're still an independent actress, and now you're getting cast in other independent productions. Let's talk about what that's been like. We know what it's been like on the set of being an actor. Yes, baby, breathe. Do we need to get you some more?
No. So we're talking about me as an independent actress.
You as an independent actress and your experience,
My experience.
on yes.
Okay. Here.
Do we need to take a moment?
No,
praise the Lord. Okay, go ahead.
My experience is very different on different sets. I come across a lot of people not really knowing what they're doing, and they think they can pick up a camera and go.
Okay.
So that's the issue that we run with. Or you have individuals that want to change a script for you because they think they have the ability to do that.
Okay.
We come across that too. So it's been different scenarios with different sets where it's either they don't have enough crew members or whatever, or they're trying to get advice from the actors to do that. Because I've seen an actor, talent, whatever, do something a crew member would do because they had lack of, which is fine. But make sure you're telling, this individual beforehand. Because actors, when we come on set, you're supposed to be
in character
the entire time.
Absolutely.
You're never supposed to fall out of that character. And that's another issue we have come across. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
A lot of people take actors the wrong way when they get on set because they're in their mode. I just want everyone to know that's what we do. It's called character development. It's not any ill towards anyone on set. We don't have an attitude because people like to use that. Oh my God, I can't work with them. They're horrible to work with. They don't talk to no one. If you want your vision to come to life, you want great work, let us work. And that work is we're in character development the entire time.
Let's talk about that. I've had incidents where I've been on set in the same experience, and so I'm going to set the scene up. In this scene, I'm about to walk on, and my son is laying in the street. He's dead.
Okay.
That's the scene. And I am away from set. And because I am a mother of an African-American son, I allow my vulnerability, and I put my actual son as the character in my mind. I'm in the zone. And another actor who has a lesser role. Hey, I know you. What you over there getting in the character? I turned into the Exorcist. Just because where I am is going to give the production what they're looking for. And because I've allowed myself to be vulnerable, acting is not a game. I'm in a place thinking about how I would feel if my son had been murdered. And so I don't understand, and please help us to understand, Ingrid, why people think what we do as actors is just something that's so simple and so easy to do.
It's not, and I'll tell you this. My acting coach actually told me, she was happy to be in the grace of a powerful actress. That's what she called me. And the reason why I feel like she said that, because people don't realize that there is power in your pain. And boy, I tell you, if you've been through something and you're an actor, anytime you grace that screen, people will feel it. Because at the end, I don't know what it is, why people think acting is something, a hobby. It's not. We are humans giving you human reaction.
We're reliving
that person's experience.
That's it.
And showing it to you. And this is why the audience love the villains, or they,
right.
love the
root for the bad guy. Get away.
That's why, because they feel it, because we're humans at the end of the day, and people feel it real. And I don't know why people don't understand that. So I get tired of everyone in Atlanta say, I'm an actor. I'm like, okay, you're an actor? Are you really? Because everyone says that I'm an actor, a rapper. It's always
yeah. And those. So for me, I feel like we have a responsibility to give powerful performances because we don't want the larger bodies of people who have distribution and who can cut checks and who can really help us to say, why would I deal with independence? They don't give. Have you been seeing that?
Yes.
It's important for us to really do well. But I do have an Ingrid Jordan acting story.
Okay.
We were filming all day. We're tired. We're exhausted. Like the sun is going down. We're trying to make it.
Always on set.
Sun is going down. We're trying to get a moonlight scene of her in the dining room.
Oh, yes.
Because we want the moonlight shining on her and dramatic effect. And we're trying to get there. And her co-actor is not being vulnerable. Maybe he wants to be, but he's just not able to be vulnerable. And acting is about the energy exchange.
It is. We feed off each other.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I need to get Ingrid there, but before we can get Ingrid there, we need to get him there. So we get him there, and they kind of like have it out. And then I holler, action. And we're looking at the screen. And Ingrid's face, and I'm saying to them, oh, she's got it. She did. She's in the zone. Come on, let's get it. Those are the moments that we live for. Those are the moments that we live for when we're thinking we're tired, we're hungry, we've been working 12 hours. Is she going to get it? That's what a real actress does. So bravo to you. I've seen you in that moment. And
I've told that made people cry. Actually, on Val, one of the guys that came on as my sound guy late minute because I had to rearrange some things. He actually told me, he was like, he ended up crying. I gave him a tear. He didn't even know me. And I made him cry as a scene. I had to cry in front of a mirror, looking at myself, coaching myself. And he was like, oh, okay. He took his glass. I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Okay. So Tales from the Grip, guys. If you look, we have good talent here in Atlanta. The acting is not a game. So I really respect that you respect the craft.
Yes.
Okay. Before we go on, I have a questions here, but I got to bring something up impromptu.
Okay.
First Lady, Viola Davis. Everybody knows Viola.
I love her.
You love her? I love her. Are you guys aware of the fact that she was very afraid of how she was going to come off on camera as Michelle Obama because of the pursing of her lips? Have you?
That I did not know, but I know she always was talking about how she looked on camera, like when she first started acting. But I didn't know. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Right. So watch this. We know Viola is a great talent. we've never ever heard her be insecure. What people don't realize is that what makes her great is that she understands the roles, and the director had to give her that direction. Come on.
Yeah, and that's also a great actor. You have to take direction.
You have to take direction. What makes her great is that even at the risk of not giving her best performance, she followed what the director told her to do. So if you guys haven't seen First Lady, go out there and see First Lady. Yeah. Okay, Ingrid, I have words for the day.
Okay, words for the day. Let's
Oh
go.
my goodness. Ingrid, let me see what your word for the day. Oh my God, this is gonna be good. Ingrid.
We're always hit me with something.
Your word for today is accountability.
See, I
in
knew it was
film, production, entertainment.
I know it was coming.
Let's talk about it.
Accountability. Okay, look, let me just let me take a seat back for a second. Let me phrase this in a way that's not gonna come off wrong, because I love my Atlanta actors, but some of our actors here in Atlanta, I just want you guys to understand that we are some talented individuals that are not to be played with.
Talent here.
But the problem is we don't have the business side of the acting. And this is why LA continues to get booked over us. This is why they don't care to pay them, because they understand. I've been to LA. I've trained there. And I can tell you this. I've seen the talent. They're all right.
Ah, okay.
So this is what, at least what I've seen. They're all right. But what I've learned about them is that they have that grind and hustle. They'll go to be a class, leave class, go to set, come back to class.
Okay.
They don't make excuses about, oh, it's Atlanta traffic or this traffic here. Oh, I can't get there because I have work. I didn't know. They don't care. They don't care about losing that job. And that's what I want Atlanta to understand. Accountability in your choices. You know what I'm saying? Your determination on when you come on set, how you carry yourself on set, what the production expects from you. It all comes aligned in that, like your audition. Being accountable in your audition, making sure you submit on time. And not, the last minute before, because I'm the casting director that if you submit to me early enough and I love you, I'm not going to look at nobody else, unfortunately.
And that's what happens.
And that's what happens with Hollywood. They do the same thing.
Okay? Because you get a lot of submissions. If somebody submits, they follow the instructions, you love the performance, why would she look at the next 120 submissions?
Yeah.
Because you still have to cast the entire project, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about accountability from this level.
From this, okay.
Okay, I cast, you cast me. I come in and 2 weeks later I see one of the larger companies casting, and you know what's going on, because let me tell you something. Don't think that independent casting doesn't know what larger casting is doing. They have to. That's what they do. And so don't think that if you leave their project and go to another project, they don't know. They know. Let's talk about getting into something, making that promise, and feeling like it's okay to skirt out on somebody because you say, well, I have to do this and this is it. Because if Ingrid's project was important to you when you cast for it, and 2 weeks later a bigger production is casting, where's the accountability? Let's talk about that, because I see actors all the time running here, there, everywhere, just all over the place.
Because they just want them credits.
Wow.
Oh, Lord. Talk about comedy with that.
And what it does to the production.
Trust me, it definitely tears the production apart, because there's a lot of people, especially independent, they spend their own hard-earned money into this production.
Self-financing.
Yep, self-financing. And we actually lock on locations ahead of time. So if we have you for a certain date and you're like a lead or whatever and you're saying you're unavailable, that's going to cost production, because more than likely we can't get that date back for that location. and we probably put a deposit that we no longer can get back. So there's money wasted. So I just want people to understand that you're putting everybody in a messed up place, even your other castmates, because now they have to switch their schedules if you're unavailable, or they have to wait until we find someone. Because actually, a girl did that when one production I was casting. She told production that she was unavailable for the dates after she confirmed with me that she was available. So production comes to me. Well, I have this. Of course. Just that she says she's unavailable. I'm like, well, that's not what she told me. I'm sorry.
Okay, right.
So I had to hurry up and try to find someone. Luckily, the girl I found after her was better, and this girl actually has something going on too. She was going out of town, but she changed her whole flight. That's what you call committed actress.
Committed
and passionate, because she had plans to go out of town, and she switched her whole flight just to be on our production.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay, you come in, you're doing extras, do extras for about 2 years. You write your life story, Unbowed, 10-time award winning and counting. And now you're casting in other things. Mm-hmm. Tell me how you did the transition into casting director. How did that happen?
Oh, that kind of fell on me, actually. From one of my great friends, David Haynes II.
Hey, shout out to David Haynes.
That is my partner right there. He writes and he directs amazing films, and he came on an Unbowed, actually, because I had a director at first, and they decided to leave their position, so he came on to fulfill it and finish Unbowed for me.
No accountability and commitment.
So that's where we started our relationship there from. And he saw how I did with casting, saw that I cast everyone from my film, and he asked me to cast for him. And ever since then, I just been casting. And he says I have a great eye for it. And to be honest, it helped me as an actress, because now I'm not down on myself of why I don't get certain roles. Because how I cast, and I know what production needs, it's not always about the talent. It's about how you look. Oh, do you look?
Let's talk about this, man.
You don't want to look like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it actually helped me grow better as an actress.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about, let's stay right there. Mm-hmm. So in casting, it's a process, right? So while we were just talking about great performances, we want that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes a person can have a lesser performance and get booked on a look. Let's talk about getting booked on the look, shorty. Let's talk about getting booked on the look.
Here's the thing. When it comes to, like, the star talent or whatever, we don't want the ones that are supporting to look like them, because it can be confused as, oh, they're sisters, or, oh, did I just see her? And then you have a whole issue going there, continuity, whatever. Oh, I think I saw the actor being used twice or something like that. So we have to make sure, the person body build's not the same. They don't look, what's the word? They don't look, I don't want to be mean. I guess too appealing.
Let me, okay. She don't want to be mean. Y'all know I'm going to bring it to you. If the lead actress looks a certain way and the supporting actress looks better than the lead actress, baby, you might not get the role because you look better than the lead. Okay, come on. Okay, come on.
But pretty much that's what we go on. It's based off how you look at the end of the day, and what's the vision for that writer. Because they could have been looking at a blind the entire time, and that's where they really saw their vision, a blind playing this role. And I give you a brunette, they can't get out of it. And you have some writers that, unfortunately, they don't know how to let go of their baby.
Okay.
Even though you're advising them, well, this actor may be well. So it's a lot that comes into it. It's not because you're not talented, because you are. It has to do with production. We have to go through the producers to see if they like you. At the end of the day, I don't make the final decision.
Okay.
And that's what people have to understand.
Okay, so the casting director gathers the talent, filters out.
I filter out, give you a certain amount, top 10. Push it to production. They get back on me if they like it or not. That's it. Yeah. I don't make the final say so. Okay. Sometimes, depending on who I'm working with, I can make that call, but it's very unlikely.
Okay, I want to give you a real-time scenario. I know you guys have probably experienced this. Mm-hmm. You send out the casting. Mm-hmm. I look at the role. I submit all of my stuff. Mm-hmm. You say, Laura, we love you. Uh-huh. oh, we just need to talk that we love you. And then you call me 2 days later and say, we love you, but we want to see you audition again.
Yeah.
What are the reasons that a person might hear all of these accolades? They're waiting, they're biting their nails, they just want to know, did I get the gig? And a casting director comes back and say, we want to see you again. Under what circumstances does that occur?
That normally happens when the director sees something in you that they feel like there's a possible reason that they can help get you. Let me see how I word it. Help you portray the character in the light that they need, that they see fit. Because when directors look at talent, they look at them as, see if, are you, can I direct you? Can I pull something out of you? That's what they mainly look for. So that's normally why someone would get another audition, because the director saw something in you and they want to see if they give you a little slight direction before you get on set, if you can change that and show them something different. That's normally when they ask you to audition again.
I love it. So that's important. It's a big deal when they say we want to see it again. So like Ingrid just said, they want to know, we like you, but we just want to make sure that if we push you, that you'll stay in the creative place and not go off on a tangent.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Excellent. I wanted to talk a little bit because I hate when you guys do that to me. Oh, Laura, we loved you. But guess what? We want to see you. We want to see you do that again.
Like we tell people, the casting directors are always rooting for you.
Okay.
We always are rooting for you, but it's out of our hands. We can give the best talent. I always audition the same actors all the time. A lot of times. If you're great, if I saw you doing something great in another audition and you submit to a different production, I'm not 9 times out of 10, I'm going to give you an audition because I know you can do what you're supposed to do in that audition.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so we talked about all the things that you do. Before I talk about what you're working on, how important is it, in your opinion, Ingrid, to have a foundational game plan for your direction in this industry? Because this industry will have you tossing around like a bar of soap in a bathtub.
Let me tell you.
All right, now talk about it, girl.
About a week ago, I wanted to quit acting. About a week ago, I was like, it's not for me.
Okay.
But I've learned that acting is my passion, first and foremost. But I learned that sometimes you are put in other positions in order to get you where you need to be in the beginning. So I feel like God, or whoever you believe in, kept me into this industry doing other things to make sure and show that is my purpose.
Okay.
So he knows that, I have not forsake you. I know where you're trying to be. Just stay in it. To give me something to hold on to, because I've been there as an actress where I don't get these gigs. I want to quit, but I have love for telling stories. So because I cast, I produce, that helps me fulfill that passion. Even though I don't see myself on the big screen. Not yet, but I'm getting that Oscar. It's coming.
I know.
It's coming.
Front row seats, girl. I want to be.
You're coming. It's coming. But I just think that you just need to stay grounded and have individuals next to you that uplift you and be around people that do the same things that you want to do.
Absolutely.
Your network is your network.
It is. It really, really is.
And, people will help you. Like I said, my great friend David Haynes, he's been my soundboard. People need that too, a soundboard.
Oh, you need a sounding board in this industry.
Yes, you really do, because you may take people the wrong way or take a situation the wrong way, and it will mess up your head. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been, like I said, a week ago. I wanted to quit, but what kept me holding on is my faith, my peers in this industry, and my love for storytelling, to be honest.
Wow. No, I agree with you, because for 2 years I did only production because I wanted to learn more about production, right? But this year I've been acting, and it's been going.
I see you too now.
It's been so great. So I don't want you guys to be, if you want to, because let's talk about people putting you in a box.
Yes.
People will say, oh, if you're acting, you should just act. Yes. Oh, and if you're writing, you should just write. No, if you're directing, you should just direct. Do not allow people to put you in a box or put you in a corner. If you believe that you want to explore, even if you just explore to say, okay, I thought I wanted to do, but I did it and it's not my jam.
It's important to learn all sides of the industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you know what's going on and how to move. And you don't look green on set.
Okay.
We don't want to look green on set.
Absolutely. Okay. And so we know that Unbowed has won all of these awards, and we met each other at a premiere, and we were talking about a premiere for Unbowed. So let's talk a little. Come on, let's talk. Are we going to have an Unbowed movie premiere?
Yes, that's what I want to give my actor. Yes, I want everyone to see themselves on the big screen. I really want to do it this year. I tried to do it 2 years ago, but pandemic happened, and yeah. So
Pick me.
So yeah, that's the goal. Before the year's over with, yes, I want to bring Unbowed to everybody.
So I know you're casting now for a project. Are you? So I don't know when this is going to air.
Casting for 3 projects, actually.
Casting for 3.
Yes.
Let's talk about what you are casting for.
I'm casting right now for a series called BTS. It has to do with pretty much just following around actors and models around. It's like a reality show, like in their day-to-day life or whatever. We're looking for a Latina actress. We can't seem to find it. I don't know why, because Atlanta has so many Latin actresses. I don't know, but
casting Latinas is a struggle in Atlanta. I don't know.
I see that now because
Yeah.
I need one, and it's a lead. If you're there,
I'll let my girl.
because all the rest of them have been cast. We just need that Latina actress. I mean, I could do it. I speak Spanish, but I ain't gonna do it.
When I said you were a guest, somebody said, "Oh, Ingrid, the Spanish girl." I said, "No, she just speaks Spanish." What did
Yes, everyone gets that in Spanish. I mean, you can come whatever. I can play that too. But I'm also casting for My Best Man Atlanta. That's a Brian Hamilton film. Well, no, series. Let me correct that.
Okay, web series.
Web series.
Okay.
Episodic. And I'm also casting for another series as well. I'm casting a lot of series. I think that's where the world is going.
And not only that, it's a lot of
Yeah.
money out here for series now too. So
People
if you're
are
a
trying-
writer,
yeah.
if you're writing series, it's a lot of grant money out here for series, a lot of film festival money out here for series. So
Exactly.
that definitely.
And that series is called Overeducated, Underemployed. So yeah.
Oh,
it's like a blackish like
that is
comedy type
really
thing.
dope.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You're currently casting for that.
Yes.
Any parts for older people? I always have to ask that. But that title is dope.
It's really good. Yes. Do we have parts?
Because that's the state of where we are now. Overeducated, underemployed.
We might have to look again, but I think so. If not, there's coming because this is the pilot. This is a pilot episode, so we're still going to be casting. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Before we get into the question,
Okay.
I need you to look in your camera and tell everybody how they can reach you. Just if they, let me ask, are you accepting? Because this don't do this to everybody. You ain't gonna say you watch Tales from the Grip and Miss Laura said nothing. Let me get y'all organized. All right. There are some casting directors that receive year-round submissions, and it's keep on file. So when you send it, don't say hi, my name is, and give them, and I got 3 kids. No. You send it, talent submission, keep on file. Just in case, tell everybody how, if you're an actor, actress, you trying to get with Ingrid and find out what she's casting for, she's going to give you the information. If you submit that thing and you don't submit it right, I'm going to find you. Okay? Go ahead, Ingrid.
You can follow my production company on IG of FOF Productions with an _, and my personal IG is Ingrid, and our email for my production company is FOFproductionsco, which is company @gmail.com. And yeah, you can send us everything there. And also for actors, I didn't mention this.
Do it, girl.
If you need reels done, I'm
Nice.
a part owner with my friend David Haynes. We do Real Deal Studio, where we create reels for actors. So if you need reels done, to showcase your talent, we can help you with that. Our IG is Real Deal Studios, and Real Deal Studio, and that's where you can find us.
Okay, and when we do promos, we're going to have pictures and we're going to have all of their information. But your question was casting. We've covered a lot of casting. So why don't we stay right here
Okay, that's fine.
and talk about the reel?
The real.
Okay, the reels. When I was an actress, it was like, you don't have a reel, you need a reel to get a job, da-da-da-da. How important is it for a talent who's maybe now they've exhausted extras? They weren't as lucky as you to get away from it in 2 years. They're coming up on 4 years and they're still getting extra. And I am not talking featured extra. I'm talking about, oh, mama, did you see my elbow? And such and such.
Or then you get cut and you thought you.
Oh, mama, that was my shoe. Did you see? How important is it for an actor to take the initiative to come to some place like Real Deal and invest in having a reel done?
It's very important because we need something to go off of, to see that you can actually be in that role and showcase some type of talent, because I can't see you in a role just by looking at your pictures. Most casting directors do that. They want you to do character shots or whatever, but I actually want to see how's your tone, because we all talk different. I want to see how's your tone, how you act in certain situations. So I need some type of glance of you doing something. It can be a 5-minute film or whatever. It doesn't matter, but you need something out there so I can see, because I can't go based off I've seen people have 20 credits on background. I'm like, okay, that means you became a professional background actor.
A professional background actor. And that's a real thing, guys.
I can't help you no more.
Okay.
I can't help you from that. So yeah, it's just give us something to look at. That's all. I don't have to look at it long, because we only look at like 30 seconds.
Okay.
That give us something, but it helps me see you in that role, because I can't do it based off a photo. Sometimes I can, but I always look at the photo first, but then I always make sure you have a media or something in your profile to match, to see if I can see you in that role based off the headshot that you submit, because most actors submit their headshots based off the role you have on the breakdown.
Okay.
They try to match it.
Yeah, and guys, you'll see when you're looking and people are casting, it will have a lesser role and it says no reel required. The reason why there's no reel required is that they might see more than your arm or your elbow or your foot, but it's still not that meatier, juicier role that you desire.
Yeah.
So it's really important to go down there. So now I've decided that I'm going to invest in myself.
Okay.
I'm coming down to Real Deal.
Okay. Well, let's
so
go.
I'm looking, I'm coming. What am I to expect when I come into Real Deal?
Well, right now we actually have a special.
All right, let's talk about it.
It's all the way into the summer, so y'all need to take advantage of that. It's buy one reel, get one free. But what you expect is, we believe in your brand. That's our motto. You are the brand. So we'll ask you a question, or you go on the website. You'll pick however many reels you want, and we'll ask you what type of genre do you want. Because we make all our reels from scratch.
Okay.
The scripts are fresh. We don't recycle scripts like most reel companies do.
Okay.
Because we don't want everyone's reel to look the same.
Right.
There's only a handful of casting directors,
Right.
So they're going to come across looking at okay, that's the same location. So we make sure you have a different type, scenery, and we ask your opinion if you like this or whatever. You have to make sure you bring your own actor. We used to provide actors, but since pandemic we switched, so we actually have your own scene partner, and you can split the scene with that person. You don't have to pay for the full cost. And we'll find locations for you, or we have a studio that we work with, and we can find you locations, build a set, or some people have actually been asking us to film in their homes. Yeah. Okay. So we've done it in people's apartments or whatever. But it has to make sense to the script that we're writing. So we have to make sure. And also, if you have your own script, we can film that too, but it has to meet our qualifications to make sure that it will fit the scene, because you only need 2 actors in a scene. Some people want to have 5 actors. We're not making
That's a movie.
We're not making a movie.
That's a movie.
So, yeah, and it has to be no longer than 2 minutes long, because as casting directors, we don't. They don't look past it. Yeah, we don't look past that.
Okay, and let me tell you why else it's important to do that. What you desire as a talent when you go on set is going to be a lot different than what you get when you get on set. But when you go to a place like the Real Deal Studio, now you are getting that experience. You're going to hear them say cut. You're going to hear them say get back on your mark. You're going to hear them say action. You're going to hear them say sound rolling.
You'll hear all those terminologies.
This gives you the opportunity to have a personal experience on set before you actually get on set, because on set there are a lot of moving parts behind and moving and things, and if you're new, you could just crash and burn because it's so intense. Set is so intense. So doing something like this with Real Deal, you walk away with a reel. Now you can start submitting
High quality reel.
a high quality. Okay, a high quality. You guys shooting in 4K?
Yes, we are.
David Haynes.
And then on top of that too, I like to tell people, be mindful when you're on set a Real Deal, because people don't realize we're filmmakers. So David, who's the writer and the director of these scripts for Reels, Deals, or whatever, he does his own short films. I'm always his casting director and producer. And then we have our other guy that helps. He also does camera, Mike Wise. He does films too. So it's just.
So what you're saying that if I go to Real Deal Studio and I do a good, that I will be.
You will be cast
into
in the next project.
Did you see how that worked? Did you see how that worked?
We all, we try to help each other out.
And let's talk about this industry is just this big. It's just that big, and so having that great relationship, and especially as a new talent, is so important.
Over the top, yeah. You can't be trying to direct the scene. We've had that situation during the reel, and it wasn't even the guy's reel; it was someone else's reel, and he tried to give his little 2 cents. Yeah.
I think we've had that before when we've been on set before. And we're thinking,
and I'm just like, you just don't know where that's about to go.
okay,
You're blacklist already.
Okay. So if you had advice, word of advice, it could be to actors, it could be to casting, it could be to production. Your strongest word of advice to any member of what we do, what would that be?
I would say my advice to everyone is stay the course. Stay the course. I promise you, if you keep going, consistency is key. Because I have to remind myself of that too. If you keep going, you will see your dreams come true. One thing, though, I live by is manifestation. Write it down. Put it on the wall. Repeat it to yourself every day. See yourself live it every day. And I promise you, you will see it happen. Law of attraction.
Law of attraction. What are you working on? We got the casting. And listen, y'all, I'm going to stay on her. So you're going to know when she's having this Unbowed premiere. I am not going to let her get through 2022 without the premiere. So I will be keeping you guys posted on that. But anything else we should be looking for? Anything else that you're working for outside of casting?
No, just that. Well, I know me and David, we're coming out with a film. It's going to be hot now. We should be filming it in July. He may look at me crazy because he may not have it. It may not be July. He may have pushed it back, but it's called PC. It's similar to Power, but it's the women in Power now. So it's the women doing all the work. It's a similar, close to Power, that type of, I want to give too much, but that type of scenario. But it's the women doing all the grunting, and I'm the lead in it. So, you're going to see me.
I just always pray that they have a role for OG. You know what I mean?
You may see something. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Ingrid, it is always a pleasure whenever I'm with you on set. Whenever I'm with you, it's just always a good time. You are genuinely creative. Your spirit is amazing. I love watching your journey, and I cannot wait to see everything that's coming up out of your camp, baby. I love you. You are really, really a gift to the entertainment community.
I appreciate that. I need to hear that sometimes, because sometimes I be like, I don't know. But let me tell y'all, Laura right here, she the one. She the one. We gotta keep her straight sometimes.
Y'all gotta keep me.
She is the truth, and I appreciate you.
Oh no, we not gonna mess up.
Right. You started it. It's always a tear
Okay,
with her.
look, we're gonna sign off now before this goes left. I'm your girl, Laura the Songwriter Poindexter, here at WadeWorksStudios, Tales from the Grip, and I need y'all to remember something. If you gonna make a movie, you need to get a grip.
Tales from the Grip podcast. If you're gonna make a movie, then you need to get a grip. You need to get a grip.